Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Colt defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into Week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Oh, heck of a move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw, Wilkins. McCole Hardman. Nice little juke. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for. He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now an option play on 2nd down. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Wilkins. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
Left side, he finds Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
2nd and 7.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. And probably cross that fine line with give.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Go! Lions. On the ball.
Straight ahead is Hall, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilkins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilkins off of play action. He's got his target. That's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll look to run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready up. Mustang 19. Go.
On 1st down, Richardson. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. 21-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the set. Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these players, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Hey, check that, check that.
On 3rd and short, Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lion. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Being chased out left. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
On the ball, now. Go.
Wilkins. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilkins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Going play action, Wilkins. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Tag! 70 Timberwolves. Rig alert, rig alert. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Buffalo 18.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On the jump.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Andy. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Richardson working from the gun. Forced out to his left. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Okay, ready. 79 Broncos. Let go.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
10-11.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Let's go now.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Pioneer. Cup 19. Cup 19. Mustang 19.
Richardson. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Colts, nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. Pushing his way through. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, it's Wilkins. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Warriors 70. Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Now Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this. This goes out wide for Drake.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Big Lion.
On the toss, Drake going left. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Reload. No. Check, Panther. Hey, check that.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, Time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
At the Colts 21-yard line.
Running left, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Richardson looking to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Check, Bobcat, check.
On first down, Drake. To about the 35, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 35, here's the 2nd and 8. They go play action with Richardson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. 3rd time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilkins. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hall again on 2nd down. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Check, 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 check.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Lazard will go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Ready?
Now Wilkins. That's caught left side by Hardman. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
A gain of 15 brings up 2nd down at the 12-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here now, 2nd and 4.
60 Eagles, 60.
They'll give to Hall. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 94 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize